Hello. In this video I want to talk about NVOffsets, what they are, how you can use them, where you use them, and how you configure them with the VPin Studio. So what are NVOffsets and where and how are they used? To explain that in detail, let's take a look at the virtual pinball spreadsheet first. As you know, there are quite some tables available and some of them have also different versions. For example, let's search for AC/DC. And as you can see, there are quite some different table variants available of AC/DC tables. And if we take a closer look at the Lucy Premium Edition, we also see that different versions are available from different authors. I assume most of you will play the VPin Workshop version, which is totally understandable because the guys are doing an awesome job. But you may want to play different versions in parallel, and of course you can do that. You can download every table, play all of them. But, and here comes the but, you will run into a problem if you want to track the high scores differently for every table, because all of these versions are using the same ROM file to save the high score and also the settings. So if you play the workshop version, create a high score, and then the Bali2 mod version, then high scores will all end up in the same NVRAM file. So let's take a look at the file system where this or how this looks in detail. So I've opened here my Windows Explorer. Excuse the German mode here, the German translation. But we want to focus on the files in the VPin MAME NVRAM folder anyway. And here I already have an example where NVOffsets are used, in this case for the table Attack from Mars, AFM. And you see that these text files are generated, and these text files are actually the NVOffset of a file. So if, for example, I have two different versions of Attack from Mars, version 1 and version 2, and have configured the NVOffset this way, so with NVOffset value 1 and NVOffset value 2, then the last played table will create this text file to indicate that the actual NVOffset file is currently mapped to this NV file. So here I see I have played the table with the NVOffset 1 the last time, and this is the current status that is saved. You see there are different NVOffsets files, for example with version 2. So previously I have also played Attack from Mars with a different NVOffset, and this is then automatically renamed to version 2 because it's the NVOffset. I know it's very technical. I hope it will be explained, or I can better explain it when we take a look on the actual script. But this is how the files will end up, and this, as you can see, will ensure that NV files will not be overwritten from different table versions because they are versioned with the suffix V plus the number of the NVOffset. Now let's take a look at the studio, where we have these two different Attack from Mars table versions. To simplify the example, I've simply named them 201 and 2.2. And you can see the NVOffset configuration in the VPin MAME section. And here you scroll to the bottom and you not only see the current NVOffset, but also the tables that use the same ROM. In this case, of course, an Attack from Mars table. You directly see the NVOffset for the other table, so you can correct NVOffsets so you don't intermingle with them or don't mix them up and use the same NVOffset for different tables. You can easily change the value by clicking on this script button and apply a value. For example, you can input 3. As you can see, the table script 3 red, and the NVOffset has been updated to 3. We can also take a look by editing the script. Search for NVOffset, and as you can see, the value has been added properly. And of course, we can also remove it by simply putting a 0 into it, and then the NVOffset will be removed. So this will ensure then that if you have different tables or different versions of the same table, the high scores are actually unique for every table. I hope this video was helpful for you. I know it was quite technical, but if you're getting used to it, it had definitely some advantages, especially with more and more table versions and mods coming out. This is a really powerful utility the VPin emulator here provides, and I hope with this functionality it makes it easier for you to use. So thanks for watching and goodbye.